8, request to address the board, Joe Bonadies.
Greetings. I appreciated the GMB update at the December meeting. He gave a very high-level overview of the process, but did miss a key aspect from the taxpayer perspective. The data is getting gathered. A steering team is about to roll from January to March. In the April to May timeframe, there will be community engagement on findings and concepts. And then the marketing job for the bond is formulated in July and implemented in August. So the first public input is in April or May, and you're going to basically be locked into something by mid-June on your accelerated timeline. As a way of preventing another crash and burn cycle, I would like to proactively encourage anyone on the bond steering committee to get out there and ask questions in a range of venues and be sure that this is something that might work. Based on Omnitech's difficulty in getting input, the committee will have to actively inquire on the viability of various aspects of a new bond. You do not want to try and fly another corporate stakeholder bond, as the public is obviously not on that train. Welcome to 2026. You're going to have to push to get this in the mid-June bond application window. Thank you.
And I think it is important to sit there and sort of seek out somebody maybe a little different and get that, that different perspective. So,
Yep, that's good.
I think the other reflection I had was just listening to Joe's comments tonight, and the public portion was really, I think what Joe's articulating is something that I worry about a lot, is like when you get to the activation, that's where you gotta almost over communicate.
Exactly right.
And I don't know the answer to what the facility study and strategic planning is really going to tell us, so I don't have an answer for you today, Joe. But I do appreciate your comments that, it's going to be hard work to get from the end of that kind of assessment up until a potential Treasury application, because you can't have those conversations after the Treasury application is done. Right. So, and one of the things that we've said all along is that if this November is not the right time, then it's not the right time.
Right.
But I think, when you think through kind of where the community is at as a whole and how we communicate with them and make sure that they're part of this open dialogue, making sure that we don't go from ideation to implementation.
Right.
And we spend time on that activation is.
And you actually need to be able to narrow it down and say, hey, we're not just doing an open forum for the public to come talk about schools. We want to talk about something maybe a little disruptive and that to get people there. And we're not saying we're doing it, we're saying we want to talk about it. And that's a hard thing to do, right? Because you don't want to bring out the torches and pitchforks. Like, no, I hate that. Like, hey, we're at the high level, right? But you need to get the community involvement. If it's just an open mic kind of thing, we were busy. We didn't come to those. Tell me something I'm upset about. I'll be there.
We're going back to the analogy of landing the plane, and sometimes there's a meeting where y'all are talking about, well, which airport in Madrid should we use? And other people are like, but I want to go to Tahiti. So come here why I want to go to Tahiti. And so just making sure that those, that you're having the opportunity for people to say, well, why are we going to Madrid and not Tahiti?
Right.
And have that stage before you're talking about which airport are we going to land on. Before you're talking about,
Yeah, we've already got to that point, and I wanted to talk about something up here.
And so that's where that transparency and the community involvement, having those conversations well defined, and again, a little disruptive if they need to be, so people can be responsive, right? And maybe can help as well so that people don't feel like they're pouring all their energy into this beautiful landing
that then doesn't work.
Yeah, the airport's closed. Right? I don't know how to finish that analogy, but that sort of thing.
Yep.
Is a very practical, applicable model, right?
Like I said, it's more portable. It's easier to know your coworkers than Clifton and Myers-Briggs. Right, exactly. It's just another way of slicing it without the same. And those are rigorous studies. And this is a little more, hey, just tell me what you think.
Right.
Right.
Well, and this is how they work together, right?
Yeah.
Myers-Briggs, more communication style and that sort of thing, or the DISC assessment, that was one of
It's behavioral needs,
behavioral things, and Enneagram. I mean, but this is actually, I think that's why Patrick picked gears, right? This is actually about intertwining, working together, making something happen, and kind of an easy tool for looking at that.
Yep. Okay.
Well, Adam and Lori, very much appreciate your time. I know, especially asking you to come and do this in a public forum is not,
Adam
not a
doesn't care
light
so
ask.
much. Me.
So thank you for your work on this, and appreciate your input and insights.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Take care.